The internet explanation for muscle fatigue is beautifully simple. Your muscles run out of energy, lactic acid shows up, and your muscles quit. Nice story. Simple, to the point, but completely wrong. Like doing the Macarena anywhere at any time. It's just wrong. Unfortunately, human physiology is a little bit more complicated than that. For one, muscle fatigue isn't defined as running out of energy because the same molecule that's used for energy, ATP, is also required to separate the contractile proteins that generate force. Without ATP, those proteins lock together, causing the muscle to stiffen into a condition called rigor. And if your muscles are in rigor, you have a bigger problem than fatigue. Well, then fatigue must be due to lactic acid. Could be if it existed inside the muscle, but it doesn't. Physiologically, fatigue is defined as the muscle's inability to produce force or power, and that decline can occur in several places. Sometimes the limits occur within the muscle fiber itself. Sometimes the limit occurs within the nervous system. And to mix it up even more, fatigue presents itself differently depending upon the activity. Maximal lifts and all-out sprints require extremely high force and quick energy turnover, which rapidly increases metabolic stress inside the muscle. Endurance activities like running are different. They involve sustained muscle activity over a long period of time and depend heavily on continuous fuel delivery, oxygen supply, and temperature regulation. While the causes of fatigue aren't the same, in both cases fatigue isn't caused by a single mechanism. It's a cascade of events involving the muscle, the nervous system, and the specific demands of the activity. In my full video on YouTube, I break down what's actually happening inside the muscle, the real role of metabolites like lactate and inorganic phosphate, and how training can delay fatigue. Because once you understand what actually causes fatigue, you start to understand what really limits performance. And no, the answer isn't lactic acid. That explanation should have died in 1995, along with the Macarena. As always, my answers come from peer-reviewed research.